In today's video, I will show you a new dashboard feature that is available in Nerdio Manager, starting with version 2.11. And this dashboard feature consolidates data collection and usage graphs and savings information and costs information across all of the workspaces or all of the WVD tenants in your WVD deployment. So you will notice that there is now a new menu option called Dashboard. And if we go to this menu option, we'll notice that we are now on the page with several graphs. First thing we can select is a time range. We can select last month, we can select current month, or the trailing 30 days. We can select a custom date if we wanted to as well. So let's go ahead and select the last trailing or the trailing 30 days. And this is going to update the information. And then there are several other summaries. There is an auto scale savings summary that shows us the savings over this period of time across the board. So this basically takes into account savings from host pools, compute auto scale, operating system disk changes from standard to SSD as needed, as well as any file share savings with storage autoscale that we may have enabled. So this is a very consolidated view of all of the savings that were delivered by the various autoscale mechanisms in Nerdio Manager. And then this information is broken down by named and concurrent user, depending on on the environment and depending on how many users have actually used the system. Because I have a demo environment, usage is kind of light. You can see only occasionally there are some concurrent users logging in. So some of the data may not be representative of a typical real world scenario. And then we have this summary data, which basically tells us how many VMs, how many hosts, and how many host pools we have of each type. So for instance, we have 8 multi-user desktop pooled host pools and a total of 8 hosts. We have, 1 remote app pool. We have several personal pools, etc. Then we have a set of graphs. We have user usage graphs on the left, and we have more infrastructure related usage graphs on the right. Again, because I selected last 30 days, this is my time frame for that period. And what you can see here is a graph of all the named users that were assigned to the entire environment. So you can see this is all the named users that were assigned. This is where the concurrent users are tracked. So you can see when users were logging in. This is where monthly active users are tracked. And then up here we have host pools, hosts, and actual CPU cores that are counted. If there's a specific area we want to explore in more detail, we can just select it by clicking on it. And that's going to open up a detailed summary by workspace of everything that was going on at that point in time. So I've selected May 28th at 6:06 p.m. You can see I have 2 different workspaces. There are 3 host pools here, another host workspace with lots of host pools here. And you can see all the detailed information, how many hosts, how many VMs, how many cores, users assigned, concurrent users, monthly active users, etc. And there is even a button to export this data into a CSV file that you can leverage. So this is our information about the usage over the selected period. And then finally, all the way at the bottom, what you'll see is a set of reports that you can export. And there's 5 different reports that are available. We can export monthly usage summary, which is going to take all of this data and summarize it to us by month, depending on our time range selected on the top left. We can give an hourly usage summary. So we can basically see for every hour over the selected period what the various metrics were. We can then look at each host pool's usage detail right here. That's going to show us auto scale costs and data. We can see same thing on the savings, and we can also see our file share savings details. So if we're using storage auto scale, this report is going to show us hour by hour, how much we're spending on storage, and how much the autoscale engine is saving us. So this is the new dashboard, again, available in Nerdio Manager version 2.11 that tracks your usage information, your cost and savings information, and lets you export and investigate this data at a very granular level. Hope you found this useful, and I will see you in future videos.